everyone. Thank you all for being here.
No problem.
This is our third photography exhibition. If you could all just mute your mics for the few minutes that I introduce the exhibition to you, if that's okay. So welcome, good morning and good afternoon or good evening to you, depending on where you are joining us. We really appreciate you being here today. So welcome to the third exhibition of Intro to Photography at Unicorn Children's Foundation. My name is Samia Mia. I'm a professional photographer from London. During COVID, I decided to pivot my business and do more teaching online. This is when I came into contact with Kerry at the Unicorn Foundation. So this is our fantastic exhibition website. Some of you might recognize it if you came to our previous exhibition. So on the course, we are ever changing and ever evolving, and we are trying to make the course as accessible as possible. So we are continuing to adapt the course material. So this is why we have reused the website from last time. Okay, as you can see, the title remains the same, Our Eyes. This was chosen by the young people, and I think is very apt and very fitting. And does anyone know what's different about the website this time? This is the home page. So does anyone want to say what they noticed might be different? It's okay if you weren't here last time, but Oriana, do you want to say? Feel free to unmute.
It's updated.
Yes, what's it updated with?
It's the same website, different photo.
Yes, and whose photo is that?
Me.
Yes, excellent. Yes, this is an amazing photograph by Oriana. So she has now got the landing page, our home page, and you can go ahead and click enter site and we can go into the website. So we have gotten into the tradition of taking a fun group picture. So Oriana, she likes to take quirky photos of the class. And I just thought it was really fitting of the atmosphere that's within our class. So that's our group photo this time. If you don't know, our course is virtual, so everything is on Zoom. It is a practical course, so we do take photos in class, as well as learning about industry, things to do with photography, working in the photographic sector, but also learning photography terminology and technique. So I'll just read the blurb to you in case you were not here last time. So Our Eyes, Intro to Photography Fall 21 show. Our Eyes is a group photography exhibition created by Ash, Oriana, Victoria, and Miss Angela. Breaking geographical barriers, this work is a result of a 6-week introduction to photography course hosted by Unicorn Children's Foundation and created and delivered by Samia Creative. It is tailored to young people with diverse developmental and learning needs. Due to our course being based online, young people from across the USA have taken part, and our teacher is based in London, United Kingdom. The course is now a reoccurring course, so it is open to young people across the world. Actually, it's open to everybody. We do prioritize young people with the needs that we have listed above, but everyone is welcome on our course, and it is open to everybody across the world. So there is a link here, and you can click this link to join the new semester, which is kicking off next Wednesday for 6 weeks.
I can't wait.
Okay, and we encourage you to take a look around to get to know our rising artists and their work better, okay? And here there is a link for donation. So if you do feel inspired by our event today, do go ahead and click this donation link to support the Unicorn Children's Foundation. When you scroll down, you can get more information about everybody. So here's some more background information about Unicorn Children's Foundation, and also please do follow them on social media because it really does help their work and spreading their work. Here are their website and email address if you want to contact them later. Then we have Kerry Morse. She employs me, and she also runs the entire education program at Unicorn, and she continues to evolve the program. I believe the classes were online, but now they are also being available in person too. So I think Kerry will talk more about that. And then if you want to know more about me, you can read about me here. I do have a link to my email and my website, and also my social media. So before we look at the work, Kerry, would you like to speak a little about the rest of the programs at Unicorn?
Sure. Thank you, Miss Sam. We have a few board members on the call today, Adam and Michelle and Juliet. Thank you all for joining.
Hello.
I wanted to just point out, isn't Miss Sam the most fantastic ambassador for our organization ever?
Amazing.
I mean, as she's speaking, I think that's just such a foundational part about what Unicorn is trying to do. We're developing partnerships, we're growing our reach, we are offering such spectacular programs by the experts in those industries and those specialty areas. And then on top of that, Miss Sam has such an expertise in working with young people across all different abilities and interests. So I think that this program really just showcases what Unicorn Children's Foundation is trying to do. My background in education, I just watched Miss Sam, and I'm just so proud of all the work that she's done. And then I'm proud of our photographers. You guys have done such great work, and you have created this community, which is just really exciting. We have a GroupMe chat where everybody updates each other on the work that we do, and Ash is taking pictures of her spaghetti and her mochas at Starbucks. Victoria's taking pictures of her frog friend, as you will see, Oriana of the lightning storms, Miss Angela of all her crazy travels. Yeah. And so we're just sharing each other's worlds, you know, all across the US. So I can't say more than this is just really what it's all about. So take it away, Miss Sam. You guys, I'm so proud to be here today.
Thank you, Miss Kerry.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
So just before we begin to see the participants' work, I'd just like to let you all know that it's typical in art school or in exhibitions when a person has presented their work that we all clap. Okay, so this gives the young people the real world experience of being at a private view and showing their work in real life. This is a professional event, so just because we're online doesn't mean it's not professional. So if you can, when each young person finishes presenting, I would ask you to join me in applause, so you can unmute your mic and we can all clap for them, if that's okay. So with that being said, I'll take you straight to the young people's work. So when you click on artist portfolios, you will come to this page, and each person has a profile picture. And when you click into each person's album, it will take you straight into a link that is unique to their own. So they can use this link to show off their work on their resume or to prospective clients. So that's why this free Wix website is a great tool for the young people to be a part of and to have. Before I start as well, I'd like to say a thank you to Victoria. Victoria actually helped me prepare this exhibition today. So she volunteered to help upload 2 of the albums that you're going to see today. So she actually uploaded all the images and captioned the images herself. And I'm really happy to see this progression in her growth in her photography practice and her professional photography practice, as learning to create a portfolio yourself is important in that journey. So well done, Victoria, and thank you so much for your help.
No problem.
So with that being said, 2 of the young people today, the participants today, will be showing the website themselves. Okay, so they are going to share the screen and they're going to take you through their work themselves. And I'm going to support the other 2 young people. So with that being said, Victoria is now going to share her screen and she will show you her portfolio of work.
Okay.
So go ahead, Miss Victoria.
Okay, thank you, Miss Sam. So let me see. Okay, there we go. Can you see it?
Really? Not really.
Hold on.
Not really. I don't know what's going on.
Right, yeah.
Hold on. Oh, there it goes. Got it. Okay.
Perfect.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So hello, my name is Victoria De La Garza and I'm from Houston, Texas. And today I'll be showing you guys my portfolio. So here's a picture of me with my Canon camera. And here's more information about myself. And I also have a small business called VK Grow Creations. And here's all of my pictures I've taken from last semester. And as you can see, I love taking pictures of everything. And if you guys are more welcome, you guys can come back to my portfolio and check out my photos if you would like to. And I have a lot of pictures, and I have 154 photos I've taken. And I also have more photos from this semester. Let me see. Let me go to my, keep going. There's a lot of photos I've taken.
Victoria loves taking photography, so you can see how hard she works on the course and outside the course as well.
Yes, I love photos. So here's my first picture. So this is a picture of a door frame because me and my mom were going to Galveston and we were taking photos and we were trying to find photos that had door frames. So we ended up finding this one, and as you can see, it's so beautiful and it's so artsy and it has so much detail on it. And it's just a wonderful picture. And here's another one of a colorful building, and you can see the purple and the yellow and the blue, and it's just beautiful because it's so much colors. And you can see the floor, you can see the shadows, how the buildings are. Look, that's just amazing how I took that photo because the shadows came out when that picture was taken. And I took this picture of the Bishop Palace in Galveston, Texas. It's an old mansion and it's just really vintage and it's my favorite. And I love old stuff. And here's a tall building, and it's the San Jacinto Monument in Texas. And as you can see, it's really tall. And I just liked how I took this picture because the sun, all the sun's out, and in the pretty sky and in the clouds just came out, just popped out. So it's just a wonderful picture. And I took a picture of the beads, my favorite. So me and my mom were going to our favorite bead store. And when we walked in, I happened to see this wonderful shelf with these cool, colorful beads that were shiny. And as you can see real close, the beads are shining when I took the picture. And I took this picture of the tree with the leaves. And you can see how wonderful it is because there's so much leaves all around that tree. And it's just amazing.
Victoria, what's a hero shot? A hero angle?
A hero angle. So a hero angle is something that's taken really, really, like you had to bend down and you had to take the picture. So
and you make them look like a hero, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and that was one of my favorites too. I just like how I took it. And I took this picture of the trees, of the two trees. And we happened to saw another, how the water is. I just liked how that tree came out because that tree looks like a shadow in the water. And I didn't realize that was right there because I was trying to take a picture of these two trees and that happened to come out of the water from the shadow. And I took this wonderful picture of the floral flowers. And as you can see, there's so much detail because there's some white and there's some pink and then there's some purple. And this was a close-up that I took of this picture. And it's a really great picture too. And I took this picture of the sunset when the sun was going down. I liked how I took this picture because there's like rows of the sun going down, the blue sky on top, and then the clouds right there. And there's just, it just really amazed me because how I took it because of the sun going down.
Victoria, do you remember what this hour is called when the sun is going down? What color is the sky? It's hard.
The color was
kind of like a golden color.
Kind of like a golden color, yeah.
So we're learning about golden hour, and this is a stunning shot of golden hour by Victoria.
Thank you. Yeah, this was one of my favorite pictures too, because I got so much detail of the trees right there and then the houses.
It's stunning. The trees like a silhouette.
And I took this graffiti, this cool graffiti building of my favorite baseball team where I'm from, and it's really cool because there's strips of red, orange, yellow, and the pattern. And I took another tree picture with the same detail, the tree in the water and the shadow, and in this cool sky with the clouds.
Victoria, do you want to explain what tree challenge means to everyone?
Oh, so Miss Sam was showing us if the leaves were turning colors. So we had to find pictures that were the leaves were changing colors. So that's what we were doing. And it was kind of hard because in Texas we don't get very much autumn, and it's always hot here. So that's what she was showing us to do. And we were trying to find leaves with color, leaves that were turning colors.
Do you remember the challenge you set yourself outside of class? Where you take a picture of the tree every time you pass it to see it change?
Yes, and we were trying to find the leaves that were turning colors. So that's what Miss Sam was showing us when she was telling us about the leaves turning colors. If it's autumn yet, or if it's still hot. I thought that was really cool.
Awesome.
And Miss Sam was showing us about fashion photography, and we did our own fashion photography. So I did my own fashion photography of Vans because I love the Vans store. And so I did my own fashion photography of the Vans. And I thought that was really neat. And I took this picture of my mom with her clothes modeling, and she was looking at the dress, and it was just a great picture. And I took this picture of the cool cactus because, as you can see, there's so much detail. If you look, you can see everything in the cactus. And I was trying to get really close so I can take a picture of the whole cactus. And this was one of my favorites. As the frog, you can see the close-up of the frog in the back of my door. And his cool little feet was cool because there's just a lot of detail on this frog. So I really liked how I took this frog picture. And you can see his cool eyes. I liked how his eyes looked.
It's amazing, Victoria. I feel like you could submit that to Wildlife Photographer of the Year. I'll send you the commission. Yeah, it's amazing.
Thank you. Cool. It's one of my favorites. I just never knew. I just couldn't believe that I did that.
I can.
And I did this documentary of photography of my mom. So Miss Sam was telling us to take a picture of someone who you live with and take a cool documentary photography of them. So I did my mom as an example. And this is her doing her makeup. And I took this picture of my mom at the library. with her book in the with a book in her hand. And this was during each during the day. So I took picture of her during the day of the documentary of photography. And I did this cool picture of my mom where I told her to sit down and do a cool pose with the book, and she has her cool Vans on. And in the background with the books. And I took this picture of her driving, and she's really focused because I took this picture, and it's just really cool. And and this is my dog Chloe, and I got a cool action shot of her. Really happy because she was like this, and my mom was playing with her and interacting with her. So I got this cool picture of them.
I love that.
And
that's so
I also wrote down some thoughts I had about photography. I took these photos because I really thought that would be nice to show my family and classmates my photography work. It also helps you learn what angles you take. Photography is a great practice to learn, and it's very creative. It's like art, but you use your camera to take. I really took them because I liked how they looked and want to show my work to the world. Plus, photography is very fun to learn. I've watched my mom take pictures, so I thought I should take a photography class too because my mom inspired me to be a photographer. My goals for photography is to have in my small business and take photography pictures all around the world. I also want to be a photographer blogger. I would love to take pictures at fashion shows and at sporting games. I take pictures of our products, and it's a good practice to have. It's been a dream of mine because I always tell my mom that I want to have all these goals so we can see what places to take pictures at and what cool nature to see. I hope y'all enjoyed my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Victoria. Can I ask everybody to unmute their mics so we can all clap? Well done, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job, Victoria.
Thank you. Thank you very much, guys.
So we will be taking questions at the end, but feel free to write any questions you might have in the chat as well. So up next, let me introduce the fabulous president of Unicorn Children's Foundation, Miss Angela. Would you like to share your screen?
Absolutely. Victoria, I am so proud of you. That was amazing. How am I going to follow that? Oh my gosh, that was great.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Miss Angela.
All right. So let me see. Thank you all for being here and taking time out of your day to join us for our exhibition. And we all have so much fun in Miss Sam's intro to photography class.
Yes.
And we talk in our group me every day, all day, sharing fun photos. And some of those photos, Victoria, that you shared, you were holding out on us. I didn't see some of those. That was a good one of your mom and the dog. It was cute.
Thank you. If you, Miss Angela, if you like to go back to my portfolio, you're more welcome to.
Absolutely, I am. I'll sign in. That's what we'd like for everyone to do. Okay, very good. Thank you, Amy. There are a lot of pictures that were taken for the last session. Miss Sam teaches us different techniques, and the one that was taken in Vegas was used by Photopea, where you take black and white and then you just take color out of the photo. So that was taken in Vegas at Paris. And then we have times where we exit the class and go out and take photos that we find throughout our environment. And this one was taken in Del Rey and of a tree that I thought was just gorgeous. I had to share that one. And the next one is a hero shot of Steven Tyler. He was being playful with me when I was there in Maui to see him perform, and that's a hero shot. So we learned different angles. This is a bird's eye view of Hoover Dam. And we can scroll through. This is Santa Monica and Doggy. And we can go through these quickly. That's another photo P where we took black and white, and then I made the purple pop. Amy, if you want to scroll to the newer pictures, we could do that.
So the new pictures start with the first one at Disneyland.
Yes, thank you.
With
I love taking sunset. That's one of Maui's sunsets. Yes, that was a tree of, unfortunately it wasn't of the fall colors. That was just a dead branch off a tree. So that was my way of showing different colors of branches. Love butterflies. Anytime I can capture a butterfly. There we are. So whenever I take photos, it's through my iPhone. And I now want to take my photography hobby to the next level. I think I'm going to invest in a nice Nikon or a Canon. Amy, if you could just scroll up a little bit to the Disney one. I now, when I take photographs, Miss Samia has taught us that, you know, different angles and symmetry that we get in our photographs. That's one of the things that I've learned from class, is just how we capture even just snapshots of our photographs. I like to, you know, make sure that I get great shots, although this one I accidentally cropped goofy, but and lighting too is very important. I like to capture, you know, shots that have good lighting, but it's sometimes hard to do when you're indoors. But if you want to scroll, Amy, thank you. This is our rock garden that we've taken. Junior board now has a project that we're painting rocks to put in our rock garden at the entrance of the Unicorn Connection Center. So that's a work in progress. We'll, as we paint the rocks, we'll exchange the white ones for the painted ones. And that's a bird's eye view of the rock garden. And that's a close-up of all the rocks that we've done. And that's one of our junior board members, Thomas. He loves Spider-Man, and I had to take a picture of him holding up his Spider-Man rock. And I love taking snapshots, and anytime I can capture fun photos of, this is the Guitar Hotel. And this is our junior board at a beach cleanup. Yep. And we'll slide down a little bit more. So during class, sometimes Miss Sam asks us to share photos. And one of the things that she asked us during class was to show one of our earliest memories of our childhood. So if you scroll, Amy, there you go. And so I told her I remembered a picture of me taken when my great grandmother taught me how to make deviled eggs and put all the jewelry on me. And then this was one, I grew up on a farm, and I remember my first pony that I got. And that was a picture of a childhood memory that I could remember, me being on a pony. I named him George. I have no idea why I named him George. But I don't know.
Family photos. They were so pretty. You had amazing memories to show us.
Oh yeah.
And we talked about looking through your camera roll, and I asked everybody, what do you have pictures of the most on your phone? And Angela said it was of her family. And we were talking about what that means really, and it shows how she's really grateful for her children. And then it's interesting how these pictures of her childhood mirror the ones of her children right now. And we really talked about this session about how photography has a lot of sentimental meaning, and that's why I asked people to bring like family history photos, and also explore through their own camera roll what they're grateful for, and you'll see more of, you know, the kind of thing that Ash is grateful for. I feel like her album will also build on this, but yeah, it really comes through in your photography, Angela, that especially that you started the album with the pictures of your kids at Disneyland. It says a lot.
Yes, that's one of my goals, is like to make a scrapbook for those that want to see my scrapbook later on in life, and even for myself, that, you know, when I get old and I'm in a rocking chair and I can look back at my life and I've captured it all on photography, and I can remember all the places I've been, all the things that I've done, and hopefully share that with my grandchildren or great grandchildren. So that's pretty much my goal in photography, is just making a scrapbook of my life experiences, and also just sharing it with others. So I love your class. I plan to enroll in the next session, and the session after that, and the session after that. As long as you're teaching, I'll be there. So I just love the class.
And what you're saying about having a scrapbook to look back on, I think that's so, you know, really sweet. And I think that's the reason why many of us take photos, really, because we we find those moments really precious, and we want to
cherish them forever.
Exactly. So can we all please give a round of applause to Miss Angela? Thank you. Thank you for your fantastic presentation.
Miss Angela, very good.
Thank you, Victoria. Thank you, Ashley.
Great. Okay, so next up we have Miss Oriana. Miss Oriana, are you ready? I'm just going to get your page ready so that I will share the screen for you.
Because I can't do it on my iPad.
I know. Okay.
Hey, right there with you, Oriana.
Okay. So, okay, here you go. Can everyone see?
Here you go. Okay. So this is a few years ago at Disney on Ice. I think it was in the summertime. It was in Norfolk. That's Frozen. That's Anna and Elsa. That was me and my mom's birthday. Our birthday on cruise in the Bahamas.
Do you have a close together birthday?
Me and my mom.
Yeah.
I was
lovely.
21 and my mom was 46.
Wow, cool.
Oh yeah, this is a very old classic car photo.
Can you tell us a bit about what you like about cars?
It's so old. I had to look up the name of it.
So Oriana has a passion for cars. She's very interested in different types of cars.
And that we went on a horse ride in the Bahamas. And that's the beach in the Bahamas. Oh yeah, it's really funny, silly, but it's called the fish massage.
It's like a pedicure with fish, right?
Pedicure.
That's cool.
That is really cool.
Cool. Yeah, that was our old neighborhood, and it was wet snow. That was probably in February. It was, and then it got covered in more, about like around 5:30 or 6 p.m.
Can you tell us where you were, where these pictures are taken?
It was at my old house.
Is that in Virginia as well?
Yes,
Cool.
Chesapeake.
This is stunning.
Yeah, it was February 2016, 15 or 16.
Can
Oh
you
yeah,
tell us?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, can you tell us what you did to this picture? Or
But
how
yeah,
you took it?
was it?
So
It was in August this
Oh,
year.
yes.
What
And
I did,
do you remember what you told me, that you used Photopea?
yes,
Yes.
you should explain to them what it is.
Yeah, so photopea.com replicates the image editing software, the professional image editing software, Adobe Photoshop, but it's free. So in the previous course, we did a rundown of how to use Photopea, and without any prompts, Oriana, she went ahead and edited this herself on Photopea this round, for this round of classes. And, you know, we were all so amazed by this image. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Yes,
Well
it does.
done.
Lightning.
Is this your favorite picture? It might be
Mhm.
mine. It might be mine.
Can you count? It's about 12. But yeah. And this is the hero angle I took on a sunny day. Same one. This is a rainy day in summer of August. This is this is cloud to cloud lightning. This is two and slow down. Here's the photo of the two cloud to cloud lightning. Go back.
This one?
No, go forward. Go forward. This one.
Wow.
Keep going.
And that's your final image. So can you
Yeah.
tell us a bit about how you take these storm images, Oriana?
I recorded it. I didn't record it and then I screenshot it because trying to capture the lightning of a photo is hard.
Yes. That's really smart. So is that how you got the cover image of the website that we have, this one?
Yes.
Wow, that's phenomenal. That's amazing.
What do you
Well,
guys think?
I think
Team?
it's stunning.
To unicorn, Amy?
It looks like a professional photo. It's amazing. We love your lightning photos. They're incredible. I think my favorite, besides this one, you have another, that last one is probably my biggest favorite with the two different thicknesses of lightning bolts. It's incredible. Yeah, that one. Yeah. That's so incredible. I love weather. So these photos are amazing. Like you could make yourself a whole calendar of weather photos.
Yeah, or you could sell prints or even
Yeah.
submit to some competitions. They're
Yeah.
amazing.
It's incredible.
So thank you, Miss Oriana. Can we all give Oriana a round of applause for her stunning weather?
job. Good job, Oriana.
Thanks.
Well done.
I'm so proud of you, Oriana.
And
And I'm
before
not
we
kidding,
move
I'm
on,
buying that print.
before we hey Victoria,
Yes.
I was chatting you earlier about the ice storm, February.
Oh yeah, that we had the same thing too, Ariana. It was ice. It was icy everywhere here in Texas too. And it was really cold.
Wow.
We're-
Wow.
Texas are not used to snows,
No.
but
We're
are
always,
used to hurricanes though.
yeah, it's always hot here, so we hardly get any snow.
I'm gonna put up Ash's album now. So
Yeah,
Miss Ash, are you ready? I'm
I-
gonna share my screen to show your pictures.
Hello, I'm Ashley Zimmer. This is by the lovely Victoria. Her, like her bracelets and are like mostly her bracelets are available if you want to order it. Only costs $5 for
Oh,
the
that's
for
so
the
fun.
for the shipping. So very good deal. You should check the website. And love you,
Thank you, Ash.
Victoria.
Thank
And
you, Ash.
you're welcome. And this is my lovely brother Evan and my two dogs, Phoebe and Paris. My brother loves my dogs, and I love them too. He's always with them, taking them out, walking them. He likes to hold them and just loving them, and I love them too. And they will always sit with me and give me company, and then they're so sweet. They're like my protectors every day. And this is Dee Dee in my parents' room with the bone, and it's very hilarious. I love this picture. And this is spaghetti meatballs from Giotto, and it's like a restaurant in Verona, and that's one of my dinners. I had this dinner there, and this is what I ate, and it's fabulous. They have other stuff like, and like for me when I was a little kid, this is my brother and me as little kids. And this is me when I was a little kid, my mom's mom, my dad's mom. And this is in May when I went to Florida because they want to celebrate my birthday. Went to like a family style restaurant, and it's beautiful and pretty, and it's very nice. And it's one of my favorite places in the whole world to have dinner with my family because they always live in Florida, and it's hard for us to get there to visit, like, because COVID's that like really bad in Florida. Well, we're just lucky we got together during May, so
Do you
that's-
remember we did a class on family photos and you brought this
Yes.
picture? Yeah.
yeah. It's me, my dad, my grandpa, my grandma, my aunt, my uncle, and my mother.
Awesome.
And it was magical and beautiful. All on the back of my like in the back of my patio, there's flowers everywhere, like beautiful flowers, like in the back. And I just love flowers, beautiful flowers, and flowers are pretty.
Stunning.
And there's some more flowers. Beautiful flowers. With more beautiful flowers. We also have a fireplace. I got something to put that one of the things. More little flowers. And this, like, I'm a huge Starbucks fan. I'll get a brownie and a coffee and the bag. So I like to capture food. I like to capture the brownie and the coffee in the bag because it's nice.
One thing I love about your photography,
Thank you.
Ash, is how true you picture everything. So I often
Yeah.
describe her photos as very true, meaning she takes pictures of everything as they are and she documents real life as it is. And I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of beauty in that, in showing
Yeah.
all the small things that you're grateful for.
Um,
So I love that about her pictures.
It was at the Show Mill. And that was me making pancakes for my father. We have a good time every Sunday or Tuesday. We'll make French toast together. We use the pancake mix because it makes it fluffy and more good that way. So
Cool. You didn't tell me the special story behind this photo. That's
Yeah.
very sweet.
my favorite thing to do. This my mom paint my mom's famous dish, pasta carbonara, and I really love it. I like the spaghetti and the bacon. At first, I wasn't sure if I like turkey bacon, but I love it, and the spaghetti, I would eat that any day. That is like from Nori. It's called tuna pizza, and the others from home because someone made a chicken salad and I put grapes in it. That makes it sweet, very sweet. And I'm a huge pizza fan. If everybody knows me knows I love pizza. It's from
Me too.
It's from Bell. It's right down the street from me, and they have really good pizza. They have spaghetti meatballs and their salad. Everything's so good. I love that place. And more like pizza and meatballs. Like I think this picture really captures all the food they had that I ate, and I really enjoyed it a lot. Here's me, just being me, with my bracelets from Victoria. Just
Yeah. So
trying
you
to be
took
cool and
this.
stuff.
Yes. Do you remember when you took this?
Yeah.
It's so we were doing a class on fashion photography.
Oh, fashion photography.
Yes.
It's
that's
just me trying to be cool and stuff.
Yes, with Victoria's bracelet there.
Yeah.
So sometimes we don't always have people to model for us, and Ash was really good in being proactive, and she used herself as the model. So well done, Ash. Thank you so much for showing us all your photos.
Thank you guys. Thanks everyone for coming. I appreciate that.
Let's clap for Ash, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Good job, Ash.
I'm hungry.
I know, right?
You made me hungry.
Thanks for coming, Board of Unicorn Cherry Contest, and thank you for coming.
So, would anyone like to ask any questions to our young people at this point?
Oh, and I want to show you guys something really fast.
Oh, Oriana has something to say. Go ahead, Oriana.
Let's see. How did you get involved in the business, Victoria?
Oh, Victoria.
Oh, how I got involved with starting my own business? Well, my life skills teacher, Miss Megan Turner, taught me how to knit. So she brought in, well, first it was knitting, and she brought in these knitting looms in my life skills class, and she was teaching a class about knitting, and that's where I started to knit because I fell in love with how she taught us about knitting. So I just took off of it, and I came home and told my mom that I really want to do that. So that's how I started.
Cool. If I remember,
that's where it all began.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, your late grandma used to sew many years ago.
All my grandmas did.
When there's no technology, everything was on paper.
Yeah, because they didn't have no computers back then, so you had to write down on a piece of paper. It was quite different back then.
Oh, and
Oriana, you have a great memory of remembering everybody's stories and how that's really important to them. So Oriana's very caring, and she always remembers everything about everyone like that.
I don't mean to interrupt, but this is my website. If you want to follow me on Instagram, hold on. On Instagram, that's my website. I don't have Facebook anymore, but I just have this.
We'll put it in the chat for you, Ashley.
In the chat.
I have a question. I have a question for each of the photographers today. What was your favorite style of pictures that you got to learn about this semester?
Everything
for me.
Nature.
Everything.
Nature? You're really good at nature, Oriana.
But I did like when Miss Sam taught us about the fashion.
Of course.
Awesome.
It's a real big passion of yours now, isn't it, Victoria? Victoria's really interested in fashion at the moment because you're doing a different fashion course, aren't you?
And I love it. I love it. I love it too. And I love and I love Miss Sam too. She's great.
Oh,
Yes,
thank you.
can't say enough about Miss Sam. She's amazing. And I'm going to continue to take pictures of all my travels.
Yes, me too.
Yes, you could be a travel blogger. I would totally follow it.
And Miss Sam, I'm taking your class again too.
Oh, it's going to be amazing to have you
Yeah.
It's going to be
And
amazing.
everywhere I go, Victoria, I'll wear my my hat that you made that I
Yes,
bought on
ma'am.
your website.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
You
Miss
can
Ariana.
you can put
Is it any,
where
I
all
have a
I've
question
been.
for you. For your mom, Victoria.
What's that, Oriana?
I have a question for your mom.
Oh, okay.
Is there any
Yes, ma'am, Oriana.
is there any car books that you recommend?
Our books that I recommend. Well, since me and Victoria, we go to visit the library a lot. Our next visit, I'm going to go find one for you, and I'll have Victoria take a picture of it and send it in group me. So you gave us a mission for the library, okay?
Because I just sent Miss Samia about muscle cars.
Oh, okay.
Every
also
time
said-
I
I
see a
also-
cool car, I'll send it to you, Oriana.
I also
Thank
have a question too. I also found a fashion book that I sent to in the group me to Oriana, and it's really good book.
Awesome. So we have a group meet that everybody supports each other in, and they really connect with each other and are very supporting and loving of each other there. And the great thing is, even this round of classes, we took away homework in order to be more open and to be more accessible for people. So we're trying to be less academic. And even though I didn't ask for people to submit photos, everybody still continued to share their pictures in the group. And that was amazing to see. I also wanted to ask everybody to go to the website and just drop a message into the guest book, because the young people then can read your feedback. So I'm just going to share my screen to show you. If you have ever left feedback on the website before, there is a guest book link on the website. This is where your message comes up, and then all the young people can read what you're saying about their work. So we're going to continue to add on to here. So please go ahead. So when you go onto the website, you can just go and click guest book, and you can submit your message here, and that will be great for everyone. I think it's great for everybody to understand, all the young people to understand the connection of this professional private view event, and connecting with you guys as guests, and having that kind of feedback will really help them kind of improve their discipline and continue on going. I also wanted to just give a shout out to Victoria's website. It's vkgirlcreations.com. She does sell beanie hats and jewelry, bracelets. I'm also wearing some of her bracelets today, and she ships internationally. So I've actually ordered a few times from her. So I've also sent the link in the chat, including the link for the portfolio website. So do go ahead and look at those. And I also just want to show everybody their graduation certificates. I'd like to virtually hand over your certificates, if I may. So I'm just going to share the screen so I can do that with you.
I have hold on and see if I get it.
So,
Oh, I got several. Oh my God.
okay. So, certificate of completion for Andrew Fisher.
Neat, thank you.
Oh, okay.
That's my second one.
Certificate of completion for Ashley Zimmer.
Yay.
Thank you.
Well done,
Yeah,
Ashley.
thank you, Jen.
All
Thank you.
right.
Lovely. Woo-hoo.
Certificate of
Thank you.
completion for Miss Oriana Cook.
Woohoo.
Woo.
Hey, Oriana.
Certificate of completion for Miss Victoria de la Garza.
Yeah, my girl.
Thank you.
Your certificates, so go ahead and print those out, take pictures with them, because I love to see them. Every time somebody finishes a course with us, they do get a specific date and name of the course, so you are continuing to add on to your education in photography, okay? and you can go ahead and put this exhibition on your resume. It's a professional event. You can go ahead and use your link for your portfolio. That's all a professional portfolio as well. And yeah, if anybody has any final thoughts or would like to say anything before we close up the event.
Thank you, Miss Sam. I just wanted to mention that photography has gone so well. I think we're going into our maybe 5th session. Time flies. We're very excited. Coming up in the next session, starting next week, we're also offering a film class. So if you like photography, you may be interested in film. You'll learn how to document through videography and then also scoring the music to a film project. We are also offering graphic design and digital music. So we have lots of arts programs also in person. So coming up in November, if you live in Boca Raton area, we have theater and puppetry and music. We have a new cafe band that we're starting. So take a look at our website, www.unicornchildrensfoundation.org. Click on programs and you'll see our list of upcoming programs come October and November. Thank you all for being here. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just want to thank Unicorn Children's Foundation, and I really love everybody who works at this organization. I'm so happy that they work there. It makes me feel so, happy and kind of calm knowing that you're such amazing people are working with these amazing young people. And I really believe in making photography and all workspaces accessible for everybody. It should be a professional and accessible space for everybody, no matter what your ability and where you're from. So I really love this mission that you guys have, and I'm so happy to be a small part of that. So thank you, everybody.
We love you, Miss Sam.
Bye. Take care.
Bye. Bye.